Excelsior. Hello, everybody. It is Thursday night, 8 p.m. in Chicago, and you know what that means. It is time for Shapes and Forms. Win is out this week. They are taking a sabbatical to recharge their streaming batteries. But joining me this evening are my other two usual hosts, Trevor Whatever.
Hello.
And Shredney Bashtar.
Hi.
I swear to God, you drag that out just a little bit more every time. By the time in like 2040, when we have our last show, as we're streaming like among the ruins of the post-apocalypse, your intro is gonna be like half the length of the entire show. You're just gonna hold that one syllable. Hey,
it's like in a watch and play. It's again. The subtrain. I'm just gonna like figure out a way to make it last like 15 straight minutes.
Yeah, I wish we had.
And
a
somehow, also develop a way to actually speak simultaneously whilst also making the sound.
That's like some bassoon player shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'll get a soundboard and it'll glitch out, and I'll like have it in like an endless loop. Just
I actually have a soundboard now as an app on my phone, and I keep meaning to like put funny things on it, and then one day just interject it into the show, and I keep just not doing that because I'm unspeakably lame.
We haven't hit peak Monday morning radio show.
Yeah, I
just yet.
The only thing I have on it right now is the Super Mario death sound and a guy saying bruh in like a really weird monotone.
Bruh.
Yeah, like kind of like that. Now hopefully our game deigns to start for us here. It's going to be an Isaac week this week. Just kind of felt like taking a break for Risk of Rain. It'll be back next week, most likely.
Yeah.
Although the other thing...
Me fidgets come out.
What is your fidget?
What was that?
A
A Trey sibling. Marone, are you posting Chance the Rapper lyrics in our chat already? We literally just started. Don't even have the game up yet.
I rewatched that song, so I actually know how to say your name correctly.
You rewatched that song. Is what
well,
you just said.
If it were a music video, then
it would be
you could do that.
It would be Meron.
Yeah, okay. I see. I really want this game to fucking start. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, it's from the very beginning of Rebellion.
There we go.
In a small house on a hill. Isaac kept to himself.
Whoa.
Drawing
Look at that.
pictures and playing with his toys.
Video games.
But yeah,
what the fuck is all this? It turned all the mods back on again.
I will say that it is extremely on brand that Meron starts with like just the instant Chance the Rapper lyrics to make us all suffer.
I don't want
Hello,
any
Mayor
of this
Colossus.
on. Hello, Colossus. I don't want any of this on because I don't know what it's gonna fuck up.
That's good.
I
am giving props to her. Hi, Avra.
Yes, I will give props to Mur's mom. Also, the answer to how many hours do I have in Isaac is simultaneously too many and not enough. Anybody got any character preferences, or am I just going with Eden?
Wait a second. No, that's a...
Azazel.
Yeah,
Azazel? Could do Azazel. Go Judas? Okay, we'll do Judas, and we'll do... Oh, well, now we got 2 votes for Azazel, so now we gotta do Azazel.
yeah, I was gonna say Azazel.
I haven't played as Azazel in forever.
But yeah,
We'll do Judas a little bit later on in the stream.
Azazel actually literally means scapegoat.
Yeah! That's like fucking... everyone I know who has Isaac has triple digits in it. It's that kind of game. Although, I will confess to the fact that I did not get the 1001% unlock legitimately. You can just, like, trick the game into doing that, although I forget how off the top of my head.
Delicious cheese.
Yeah, like, I don't care about the challenge stuff at all. I just wanted all the items unlocked, so that's why I did that. Ah, I missed an item. And I missed an item room. That was really stupid of me. I wasn't watching where I was going, and I just went down into the next
You're
floor.
a little flappy demon.
I am. Azazel is probably the character who starts the strongest, so, like, I'll be fine, most likely. Oh, they changed the graphic for the back of the Chaos card.
Huh.
Instant
Chaos
bar.
Control.
You are now closer to being a middle-browed Gen Xer. Please don't say things like that about yourself, Mur. Who is eating chips on my fucking stream?
It's not chips.
Who usually
You know what it
eating
is?
chips?
What is it, Shredney? Before I fucking
Popcorn.
come through the screen and murder you. Making
I just
loud
said it.
crunching sounds.
I just said it, James.
I heard you. Gamer
Gamer
snack.
snacks.
Yes. Popcorn is a tasty and fat-free snack. That's only true if you don't put butter or salt on it, which those are the 2 reasons that people eat popcorn.
Yeah, and this
Hey.
one has both.
I object. Smart Food white cheddar popcorn has
That's
no
fair.
butter on it.
That's fair. The other, like, the
Probably
hidden,
salt though.
the hidden extra reason is, like, other popcorn flavors, but there's not too many of those that are widely spread.
And then
Simulated
caramel
styrofoam.
popcorn.
Caramel.
What was poppycock made with? Was it like?
Poppycock is, first of all, great name for a food.
Mhm.
Hey. Hold on. I gotta do something real quick.
Uh-huh.
Don't go nowhere, I'll be right back.
Alright.
Mur says once you play Isaac long enough, you forget it's about a praying naked baby killing things with tears.
Hmm.
Very true.
Oh,
Smart Food white cheddar, the most overpowered snack. Is it actually healthy? We don't know. Frito-Lay markets it as such, but why are we supposed to trust what they say? They're owned by Pepsi. The capitalists will tell you anything just to get you to buy their products. 1 out of 1 metallurgists say smart food is not a healthy snack. Well, you heard it here first.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. What's up with the mysterious flickering gray square? I have no idea. I don't know what that is. It's in the game, too. That's not just like an artifact on the... Huh.
JPEG artifact.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We had a thing I had to take care of real quick. But,
yeah,
it's all fine now.
There's bad. Let's not get into it.
Worm.
Somebody who was
Worm
here who was not
explode.
supposed to be is the gist of the situation.
Explosions of worms.
Jesus, I wish I could get items like this on runs where I'm not already playing as a ridiculously powerful character.
You've got them black hole eyes.
Yeah.
Jeez, what happened, Mer? Like, you had a seizure? Jeez.
What?
When he was in high school.
Oh. I was gonna say, I hope we're not talking about, like, now, because if we are, you shouldn't be here, you should be in hospital.
Yeah.
Like...
You just said in hospital rather than in a hospital.
Look, it's been a long day.
No, but I'm saying that is... I did not know that you were secretly British.
We're English now.
Real English hours. Who up?
That is real weird. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the weird, well... I saw Jagu talking about the weird gray square in the corner again, and we responded to different things, both of which are different kinds of weird. One is technological weirdness, one is human biology weirdness.
Yeah.
Unusual things.
Neurology is biology. That still tracks.
Yeah.
I feel when unusual things happen on a regular basis.
British. I think most British people are British at this point.
Yes.
Treadney.
Yes?
Please stop with the popcorn. You are killing me.
Cheated bra moment.
No, I'm just bad at looking at the chat, Marone. Nothing more special to it than that. Oh, I can't actually use this because I don't have any red hearts. I'm brilliant. The headlamp is... Yeah, there's some that are just, like, literally better or worse than others.
Non-stop pop.
Don't stop the pop.
Well, once you pop,
Please do
you just
stop the
can't
pop.
stop.
It is so... Like, I don't know how much of it is coming through to the streaming audience, but it is viscerally unpleasant on my end.
Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop.
You guys ever really think about Pringles? You ever think about how they're not, like, actually potato chips? They're potato crisps? Because, like, they're not cut from potato. They're, like, mashed potato and then pressed into shape.
That makes sense as partly to why I don't particularly care for their texture.
ASMR stream nut. No, absolutely not.
There's a big nut in downtown Raleigh, not too far away from where I live. A large nut.
Xiaogu, I'm glad that you're here so that I can have someone call me a coward for not picking up objectively terrible items.
But yes, there is an acorn statue that is a significant part of our culture. Since 1992, they've dropped it on New Year's Eve as our own tradition in the style of the ball drop in New York.
Fascinating. That's... Man, there's a lot of jokes you can make about that. Like, so many that it almost, like, becomes not funny and then warps back around to being funny again.
Yeah.
Range ups are important. Honestly, I wouldn't even say that those are strictly necessary. Like, they're helpful, but...
You know, considering the height that they inevitably have to drop it from, I'm surprised that they haven't busted the nut yet.
Trey, I'm gonna murder you. This show is strictly people making jokes and me threatening to kill them for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Or me eating something loudly
And then I yes, me. It's all threats.
Threats and sex innuendos.
Which I also threatened to murder for.
Unless you're participating in them.
Jagu, we were in a voice call together like 2 days ago.
Spikes.
Mur, that's a very good point. Isaac is not a very realistic game. Also, it's gonna be, like, pretty funny if I am, like, talking all of this crap about how Azazel is too easy, basically, and end up dying because I'm not paying enough attention.
Or I mean, go all the way. Who knows?
I mean, there is a way for pills to increase your luck. It's called clubbing.
Or if it were like the limitless pill in that one movie. If you could just take a pill and become Bradley Cooper, would you do it?
Would you become Bradley Cooper?
Everybody good today? Just checking.
I haven't eaten since this morning, which is why I'm eating popcorn right now, because there's currently nothing else in the house, and my family is out shopping for food.
I had a biggie bag from Wendy's.
I want that.
They have pretty good chicken nuggets, although the barbecue sauce, as of recently, leaves something to be desired.
My lunch for today was a big old slice of pizza from the place up the street.
Yeehaw.
Speaking of yeehaw, we need to talk about the most tragic thing to happen this week.
That Old Town Road dropped to number 3.
Yeah, it's no longer
to number 1.
It's no longer the song that rules the country.
I mean, it still rules the country in our hearts. And also, it's still at number 3, which is still like, holy shit.
One would be truly bewitched to try to come for that throne now. You would have nothing short of a Despacito type of situation in order to do that kind of thing again.
Yeah, and Despacito got beat by Old Town Road.
It would have to be something.
Yeah.
It would have to be something of that caliber in order for it to even be remotely possible.
Speed.
Yeah, and the thing is, again, like, it wasn't just that it beat Despacito by, like, a week. It beat Despacito by, like, 3. Or some shit. Like, I mean, it was on there a long time.
It beat Despacito in terms of being a good song, also.
I mean, that's also true. But, I mean, Despacito is, like, I don't have strong feelings about it either way.
It's not a bad song, but...
Yeah, I mean...
Old Town Road is Old Town Road. Marin, no thirst posting on Maine. I don't think I even know what Billie Eilish looks like.
I mean, she's cute. She's also 17. But I'm pretty sure that Meron is also about that age. So that's
literally fine. That age, I think, actually. I am ascendant.
Dropped all edgy.
Stop stealing and selling Love Live fan art? Hold on, what? What?
I'm confused.
I think I have more questions than answers.
She's selling a t-shirt with Nozomi palette swaps. That is fascinating.
I mean, on the one hand, you know, like whether or not she is in full, you know, control over what merch is coming out of hers is in question. But on the other hand, it doesn't seem out of character that that's something that she'd have around, at the very least.
Also, like, when you said stole, I thought you meant, like, literally taking and reselling other people's pictures. Whereas this sounds more of, like a parody thing, which is different.
Yeah.
But without knowing more about the case, I couldn't say for certain. Also, like, who cares about my opinion on this subject is another thing.
Yeah.
Does anyone else remember Rico the Genetic Opera? I have never seen it.
Very vaguely. Mostly
I have heard of it.
Alexa Vega was in it.
When I was Billie Eilish's age. I gotta check something real quick.
Let's see.
When I was Billie Eilish's age, it was 2009.
She's 17, right? How old?
Yeah, because I'm fucking old.
Well, I was gonna say how old was I when I was 17? Real fucking mystery there.
What's even wilder is that Alex Stacey from LRR is a decade older than I am. He doesn't look it, and
that's not wild.
I mean,
it was 2014 when I was Billie Eilish's age. Which means that I was transitioning from being obsessed with Rayman to being obsessed with Tiny and Big.
What year was I 17 in? I can suddenly no longer do math. It would have been 2011. Yes, that's correct.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he seems like a chill dude. And I mean, I know that like most of what he's doing currently is like, you know, he took a bunch of time off to work on his comic, and that most of why he's not doing streams was to do with like heavy editing of Road Quest, but also just because he'd been taking a break.
Mer says that Rayman is a good game. I agree.
All right.
Rayman. Everybody loves Rayman. There we go.
In 2011, I was living in an apartment because our house was in the process of being renovated.
I still lived in Palmerton in 2011.
In 2011, that was when I like actually like met like half of you guys.
Yeah, that tracks. Gosh. Time flies.
Yeah, it really does.
Time flies when you're having fun. Da 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 da.
Shout out to that internet forum, and then that other internet forum.
And now we're all on a Discord server, which is basically just a fast internet forum.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like, you ever think about the fact that Discord is just IRC, but with more stuff?
Essentially.
It's like a cross between IRC and forums.
Discord's okay. Like,
Slack.
I like that they don't sell your personal data. At least they don't do that yet. Give them
Slack
time.
also had that kind of thing going on too, where it's like a beefed up IRC.
Honestly, IRC was too minimal and fast paced for me.
IRC is, well, actually, I use IRC for torrenting anime. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
How does that even work?
There's a I honestly don't know from like a technical perspective, but you can there's a server you can connect to, and you can plug in fetch codes, and it will just download things. It's actually technically not torrenting; it's direct downloading, just like through the client.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird. IRC is ass because you can't direct upload hentai. Have you guys ever thought about that before?
Well, that would require thinking about hentai, which is yeah, no.
There is, I am told by
the
reliable
less
sources.
I know, the better.
I am told by reliable sources that there is artistically valid hentai in existence.
I'm gonna fucking destroy you, Shredney.
No, I'm actually completely serious.
That's not the point. Come on.
Like, I mean...
No, now we talk about other things.
Apparently the show... well, it wasn't a show, it was like an OVA.
What
Virgin
part of
Night
now we
was
talk about
actually
other
very
things
good.
do you not understand?
Talk about other things.
I will turn you into a fur coat.
Please don't. Also, you'd require quite a
Peter
few
my
of me.
mink is dragging on the floor.
It's gonna be a very tiny fur coat.
Make a fur coat for my phone.
That's even more insulting.
Call it a Shredney skin.
Oh!
Had a phone in jail.
Did I just get owned?
That's a cell phone. Alright. So how are you guys doing?
Okay.
Could be worse, could be better.
Yeah. You know, like...
Feeling fun and fancy-free.
I kind of had like a not great day, so I'm glad we were able to do the show tonight, because I know for a little bit that was kind of looking like a question mark. Hey, the
So, the reason why I took a little bit was to respond was because I was playing Destiny with a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a while.
Well, that's cool.
But yeah, got in touch over Xbox messages. That was fun.
Xbox Live.
Yeehaw.
Just flex about having friends.
I mean, I haven't actually had much social interaction outside of my home for like several months now, so I'm not doing the most.
Trey has
Trey
friend
stuff.
privilege. We're just going to like accept that Trey is terribly privileged.
I am trying to think of the last thing I did in person. Do I like Lil Gish? He's a blobby friend. I'm trying to think of
Gish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last thing like I did in person with friends, and I'm kind of coming up short. I feel like my girlfriend doesn't count because we live together. I don't know. That's kind of a matter of opinion, I guess. But if we're discounting that, I don't know when the last time I was out with friends would be. Like, hosting a Binding of Isaac stream. Oh, you think that we like each other? No, I'm just kidding. We're all just here for the benefits.
Billy Corgan's rap name. Oh god.
Oh my god.
I would throw myself out a high window having to hear Billy Corgan rap, particularly about his political opinions.
Wait, is Billy Corgan canceled?
No, it's more like he's
just kind of a.
They're kind of incoherent. Is how I'll put it nicely.
I see.
I still like some of those early Smashing Pumpkins records, though.
I have nothing against Smashing Pumpkins records, and I think that Billy Corgan is not even, like, he's an interesting guy. I just think that he has his limits, and I don't think he always recognizes them.
I like that one song that they do.
Long as there's some money.
That
honey.
I like that one song that they do where they say that the world is a vampire. That's my opinion on the Smashing Pumpkins.
Is it bright where you are?
What is the Dark Crystal the movie that Trial by Stone is from? I forget.
Yes.
Trial by Stone is very good. Also, Marone, you can choose one. You may either call me Kiddo, despite being almost 10 years your senior, or you can call me a boomer. But you may only pick one of those.
Well, that's only if,
you need to make a stand.
Is from the greatest generation.
Yeah,
you may age shift.
The greatest generation.
Greatest generation, my ass. Todd Brokaw's a punk.
Zach De La Roca is too progressive to be a boomer. I actually have no idea how old he is. My guess is like somewhere north of 30.
The term baby boomer, strictly speaking, only refers to really only refers to a fairly narrow group of people.
I mean, yeah, like generations in general are basically made up, but we're all.
I mean, yes, here. But it's especially like people.
Zach De La Roca is 49. What?
Yeah, but he's still not a baby boomer.
That's crazy.
49. That's 1970. That is way after the baby boom.
Zach De La Roca is a year younger than my mother. That's such a weird thing to conceptualize.
My dad's 51, and I would never consider him a boomer.
My mom is like
a ridiculous
spiritually a boomer.
Statement.
My stepdad, who I've talked about on the show several times, is everything wrong with Gen X, but that's another conversation.
The kid on the cover of Nevermind is 3 million years old. Feel old yet?
The Powerpuff Girls was the first episode of the Powerpuff Girls was aired closer to the completion of the Pyramid of Giza than today.
Oh God. But
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends premiered when you didn't have a brain.
Very bold of you to assume that I have one now.
I was just gonna say that I said before, and somebody got really mad at me on Twitter for saying this. Some really obnoxious person just ranted at me for this. Was that when I pointed out that actually, honestly, the worst elements of Gen X, people are, mad at baby boomers all the time, or blame things on millennials, but it's really just Gen X pitting the other two against each other so that it takes the heat off them.
I don't know. I feel like the popular conception of boomer is now just anyone older than 27.
Which is kind of my point exactly.
Not correct, but shifting definitions.
And honestly,
Or if
I'm also gonna say, like, the worst people I've encountered in terms of if you're just going by, like, these arbitrary generational things, most of them are not people who were born between, say, 1950 and 1970. They're, well, Gen Xers.
I don't know, like...
Fucking assholes.
It's just... like... the actual... Yes, 30-year-old boomers who play Super Mario Maker 2. No. But, like, the actual answer, I think, is that if you care too much about it, that makes you the asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Am I a millennial? I suppose. But it's not, like...
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. I get marginally upset when people try to call me old in seriousness, but that doesn't happen super often, so I don't know.
How young do you have to be for people to do that?
Like mid-20s apparently.
No, I'm saying how young are these people?
Like
12?
Early 20s?
Yeah,
in my experience. Or occasionally, like, late teens, but...
Yeah, but they're...
people who,
like,
really like
you want to
Logic's
know
last
how
album.
I'm blessed? I have a couple.
People who like Logic's last album just don't have any taste.
There's our requisite mention for the stream. And now we can transition into the mentioning the fact that he announced a new album recently. So.
Oh fucking no! Is he gonna try to do the Kamikaze revival shit?
God, I fucking hope not. Actually, because we talk about the man too much on this show as it is.
Then we'd have to actually listen to that album and suffer together.
Curse of the Blind.
And, you know, let's be honest, like, you know, Logic's Kamikaze would be even worse than Eminem's Kamikaze.
Yeah.
And that is a thought, isn't it?
You guys want to talk about actually good music for once? You know, Missy
yeah,
Elliott's releasing a new album tonight.
What'd you say?
Missy Elliott's releasing a new album tonight.
Oh, yeah! That's cool.
Thank God.
Finally.
I finally listened to Lingua Ignota's album Caligula, and that's an intense album.
Avra, if you would like to hear us discuss Logic's most recent album at length, you can go to youtube.com, the channel PJ Let's Plays, which is my YouTube channel, where the VODs for this show are uploaded, and look at the episode of our stream titled Illogical, because a good, like, half of that episode is us discussing that album.
How fucking awful that album was.
It's not a good record.
And I think at least once, and I've done this on other streams, I do indeed imitate his chorus to Icy.
Don't you fucking dare.
Icy!
No!
Please! Just Jesus fucking Christ, that's
end
one of the
your
worst
life.
choruses
Controversial.
in, like, hip-hop or pop music ever.
Yes.
Controversial statement incoming.
Yeah.
He has a song that he made with Big Gigantic and Roses titled All of Me that actually is pretty good.
I have heard very little of his older music, but my understanding is that it's much better than what he makes now.
Yes, that is my general understanding as well.
Well, that one came out in like 2016, so it's not even that old.
Well, he's only been like a going concern for like 5 or 6 years.
Right.
Yeah, I mean he's been around like a little longer than that, but he's like.
Yeah, like, I mean, he was making music before that, but, like, when he became popular, like, 12 or 13 or so, I think.
But yeah, it's like, most people agree that he really started to fall off only a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Which, you know, you hate to see it. I don't know why I said that, but I did.
But I mean, it is honestly true. Like, I've heard from people who actually liked some of his early stuff that are like, you know, it's honestly kind of depressing to watch just how shitty he's become.
Egg. Well, if I pick up the left hand and forget to drop it, I will have become egg. Anyway, yeah.
I liked a cartoon about an egg once. His name was Philip.
Philip the Egg. Egg the Philip.
But, yeah, in terms of actually good music, as I said, Lingua Ignota, the album is Caligula. Go listen to it if you are emotionally prepared for something really intense.
Honestly, like, Mur, I have never had a doubt in my mind that you extremely enjoy the Dark Crystal. If that is what you are referencing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, if you are prepared for such a thing, just go listen to Caligula now. It is really good.
Hey, you know who else recently released a good album?
Who?
Me.
Oh yeah, you did. Come to think about that, you actually, yes, like...
Literally 2 days ago.
That is a reasonable assertion.
Always plug.
Yes.
I
have made $20 off of sales of that album so far.
Yeah, it is quite legit. It is too legit to quit.
What?
Get $20 in pocket.
Yes. I would love to buy a video game with that money. I don't know if that will work out. I've got things that need...
Are you gonna pop some tags because you got $20 in your pocket?
No. I would love to buy a copy
I literally just said that.
Yeah.
God damn it, I only... Oh, shit, you did.
You fucking...
God damn it.
You fucking stole Trey's reference. I didn't even realize.
Without even noticing. Like, my brain was somewhere else at the time. It was just like,
Buy Celeste. I've actually played and beaten Celeste. I just don't own it anymore because well, I didn't buy it. My younger brother bought it on our PlayStation at my mom's place. So I do not own it anymore. But I have beaten Celeste. It is a good game. But
I have mixed feelings about one of the devs, but I will still just default to going to saying that you should get Night in the Woods because it's good.
I'm not gonna buy Night in the Woods.
Why not?
Because if you want to talk about games that I have mixed feelings on the developers on. But
that's what I was saying. Was I have.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Celeste.
No, I haven't. No, I was actually saying, yeah, I have a.
You were leading into
got his name Benson.
Okay.
Benson, I find. I find him vexing.
But
my best friend.
But
I
also
enjoyed Night in the Woods, so I'm still planning on playing that.
I also don't think I'd like Night in the Woods based on what I know of it. This is like a weird thing. Is like I don't enjoy art that I relate to on like a hyper specific level, and I feel that a video game that is mostly about living in a dying town in Pennsylvania would be a bit too much for me.
Yeah, I can understand that, like, it being too close to home.
Also, I think that I don't know if I'd have enough for it, but that's a tangential concern.
That's fair. But yeah,
what I was gonna do was see if I could pick up a copy of Super Mario Maker 2 from my girlfriend's Switch. However, digital copy is $60, so
yikes.
Probably not doing that unless I,
Yeah, Switch games are expensive.
Win the lottery. Yeah, like first-party Nintendo titles, honestly, specifically. Like, indie stuff tends to be reasonably priced, but...
what was Afra asking?
Can someone fill me in on the Night in the Woods bit? I don't like to get into, like, serious stuff on the stream, but if somebody wants to DM you, either here on Twitch or, like, on Discord,
I don't know, like, given what I know, it basically boils down to he's deeply exasperating on Twitter, is how I'm gonna put it.
That and some other stuff, but like...
is there more to it than
like,
that?
There's slightly more, but like, again, I don't really like
to
talk
there
about
was
that
that
kind
other
of thing on the
incident,
show.
which I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
I have complicated feelings about that.
Also, like, what kind of games am I interested in buying? I don't know. I'd have to look at my wish list and, like, see things that have come out recently that I'd want to be, like, would want to purchase. There's something I could find that I'd be interested in, I'm sure. Or I could, like, buy an album for once instead of just being a leech. Play more Hypnospace Outlaw. I would like to, it's just a matter of, like, finding the time. I've been doing a lot of anime and music-related stuff lately. Hey, are you two still there?
Yeah,
I'm right here. I
my
was
days have mostly
also gonna say
that
Trey, you may go first.
Oh,
it's okay.
Mostly just playing video games and or applying to jobs.
Yeah. I know how that goes.
Because work is a thing that we like to have.
You want to give me recommendations. I will, like, engage with you on that after the show, because doing it while I'm playing and also talking is difficult.
yeah.
But, sure. But, yeah, like, I don't know. Video games.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to get Super Mario Maker is because it seemed like it would be like a really good stream game. And we have an Elgato card, so I can stream off of our Switch. It's just like, I don't usually have a reason to, because most of the stuff that we have for it is not great for that.
Yeah.
But again, like, $60 is kind of a lot for what is basically a, like, slightly souped up version of Lunar Magic. But, yeah.
Hi, Respect.
Hello, Haru. How are you?
Mario Maker.
Hello, Respects. Press F to Haru Specs. I see a big block of text.
The demons you're fighting are horny.
Trey, why? No, it's not that I think it's like too expensive on like a moral level or anything like that. It's that I just can't afford a $60 game.
All right, let's dive into this. I just finished watching the Invader Zim episode where Dib throws a muffin at Zim's head. Then Dib gets superpowers and lives an entire 80-year life. And then at the end, an interviewer asks if he threw the muffin, and he says yes. Then Zim appears and reveals it's been a simulation to prove Dib threw a muffin at Zim's head. And then Zim throws a muffin at Dib's head.
Everything I have ever heard about this show makes it sound like the absolute most ridiculous thing ever put.
I mean, it is.
It's batshit. That's why people love it.
I mean, yeah, it's like the appeal of it is that it is utterly fucking bizarre. In fact, there is a particularly notorious episode where Zim, in order to deal with the fact that, you know, he'll be forced to undergo a physical and he doesn't have human organs, steals other people's organs and replaces them with random household objects.
Oh.
In order to fill his body with human organs.
On God.
Yeah, I watched Enter the Florpus, the Netflix movie that they came out with yesterday, and I'm back on my bullshit.
I have not seen it yet.
Back on the Zim train.
It's pretty
Back
much exactly
train,
what
yay.
one would expect if you were to say, hey, what if we tried to actually make like a full-on like story type of thing with Zim rather than having it just be like an episodic type deal.
Huh.
So like they have it so that he actually does something somewhat successfully for once, and
oh my.
The same happens with Dib, and it's particularly well made as a result of that, where you actually feel like it has like a whole plot versus just being random shit for random shit's sake.
Spoilers, maybe. I haven't seen any Zim ever, so I don't know. I don't know if that's spoilery.
Well, Zim actually
it didn't occur to me
doing
until the
something that was remotely efficacious is.
Sorry, did you just use the word efficacious in a sentence?
Yes.
Efficacious.
Is kind of unusual in the context of the series. Because he is, like, relentlessly incompetent.
It's a fine word, it's just not one I hear very often.
Yeah.
An efficacious word, even. Look,
Jaggy
I feel like...
says that he preferred Static Cling, the Raku's Modern Life special, as a revival, and I think that I might agree with that, where Zim felt like the big damn movie for the show versus like Static Cling, which was essentially a new episode of Rocco, albeit a lengthier one than what we typically got.
Yeah, I saw a Seamer's comment about making more stuff for things that he cared about when he was 12. I'm kind of waiting to get on that particular train, because, like, was Zim a Nicktoon, or was that on, like, Disney or something?
It was a Nick thing.
It was a Nicktoon?
Disney
Yeah,
would never greenlight something... would never greenlight something that weird.
If Lexi was here, she'd bring up Pepper Ann, which
Pepper Ann is
more
not
like
that
cynical, weird. I guess, but anyway.
It's sardonic, but it's nowhere near that.
Look, I don't know. Anyway, point being, I was mostly like limited to Cartoon Network, so I have little knowledge of most of this stuff.
So Fillmore's thing is that like it's a more Disney brand of weird, where like yeah it's a sincere parody, and that's what makes it weird more so than the actual content of the show itself.
What is
Fillmore?
It's
Fillmore.
It was the cartoon that ABC Kids had that was about a sixth grader that essentially was like a delinquent, and he got caught and became a member of the safety patrol at his middle school and became like a reform.
So it's a police procedural.
Yeah, it's
real odd.
Any
Very
day
well
now
made.
they're gonna make a 12-ounce mouse continuation. That already happened, dude.
The
What?
special The special came out, and then there's actually another season coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that got announced, like...
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Like,
there's more Osmo on the way. I am very excited.
Last year? Was that when that was announced?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Alright, somebody asked for a Judas run. Now we're doing a Judas run.
When are they bringing back Problem Solvers?
I'm fine with them never bringing back Problem Solvers.
Fun fact, I actually really like a band that consists of one of the lead voice actors in that show.
That's wild.
I have never seen Problem Solvers, and I don't know anything about it.
You ain't missing much. It's like a weird...
Yeah.
The actual issue with Problem Solvers, I think, is that it was originally intended as an Adult Swim show, and like the Adult Swim didn't want it for some reason, but then regular Cartoon Network picked it up, but it got like defanged,
skewered
in the process.
Oh.
So it's just like it's just like this weird like light version of the Adult Swim aesthetic, which I'm already not huge on, but
that sounds unfortunate. I don't even like.
It's a strange
there
series.
are some Adult Swim things, like the William Street things, that I'm okay with, but yeah, I'm not huge on it myself. But I can imagine that if you took out the edge to it, that'd just be intolerable.
To my knowledge, I do not believe that there is any more Nightmare Ned content on the way, Mur. I'm sorry.
The only Adult Swim thing that really
Jagu,
sticks
I
out...
actually was dead ass about to bring Robotomy up. It got screwed over by Cartoon Network. They basically didn't want it.
Fucking Robotomy. There was a very specific era in Cartoon Network where they had just come off the, like, now we're a live action channel thing, but they didn't quite know what to do yet, so they were just kind of, like, airing a bunch of stuff. And Robotomy sure was stuff.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever else you can say about it. It sure was a piece of television.
It's a lot like what you would get if you tried to make Super Jail for a less adult audience.
Yeah, it's the same people, isn't it?
I remember the what is it called? I remember seeing the Super Jail pilot, and then I was totally baffled that there was actually a series. 'Cause, like, just... Yeah. I don't know. I just was surprised that there was a series.
Honestly,
Xavier the Renegade Angel. I have seen some of that, and I think that's kind of a bit too far into stoner territory for me, but I get why somebody would like it at least.
I love 12 Ounce Mouse, and even for me, Xavier Renegade Angel is too much.
What I've seen of Xavier Renegade Angel, I found hysterical.
It's really good in clips. I think it works very well in pared down to its best moments. I don't like watching whole episodes of it. You just kind of like it feels like you're having a dissociative episode. It's just very strange.
I kind of like the idea of that. So,
well, then maybe you should watch Xavier the Renegade Angel.
Yeah, Xavier Renegade Angel seems like something I'd probably enjoy. Although at the same time, I have to admit that I greatly enjoy Excel Saga in small clips, but, like, trying to watch a full episode is difficult for me.
Excel Saga fucking sucks, dude. I do not like that show.
No, I mean, I
talk
don't
about something from that era that hasn't aged well.
I don't actively dislike it. I just find it difficult to, like... It's way too fucking hyperactive for me to, like, deal with 30 minutes of
Excel Saga is like the weird ancestor of stuff like Pop Team Epic and, like...
It is.
TQ. But the thing that those shows do is that they don't have full-length episodes. Excel Saga, you're getting a full fucking half hour of that shit.
Yeah, that's
and that's
my
a
point,
lot.
Is that it's exhausting. It's like... it's like, but the thing is that all the individual segments are actually quite funny. It's just that it's so much of it.
I'd say it's got like a 50-50 batting average.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
like it has moments where like it's like this is a bit dated, but like I don't know. I think that a lot of it works.
What, Trey?
Jagu was asking whether or not to watch Moral Oral, and I believe that the answer is yes, but only if you know what you're in for. Which is like essentially it starts off as like a straightforward parody of like Christian children's shows. Like you might like get the wrong idea from it if you only see those early episodes where it's pretty straightforward about that. But once it goes a bit deeper into like the harder territory that's present in the later episodes, it's it has like the emotional depth of a Mountain Goat song.
I was gonna say, like the one thing I know about, I don't think I've ever seen that trinket before. The one thing I know about Moral Oral is that it's extremely depressing.
Yeah, that. Like most of what I know about Moral Oral is that it is really dark and is basically about human frailty.
Fun.
And the whole
and hypocrisy
conflict between self being like an actual person on your own and having to stifle yourself for your family's religion, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That
sounds like one of those things I would respect, but not actually enjoy watching.
Yeah,
that's
it
just
seems
the sort
like
of person that I am, I guess.
It's a show that I've like actually heard a lot of people voice a lot of respect for, while also being kind of like, this is not for everyone, because there's a whole lot about this that is not gonna be fun for some people. Either because it hits really close to home, or because it's just like
not
it's
your
really bleak
at all. Yeah.
Reminds me of, I have no idea what I was going to say that it reminded me of. Never mind. Oh yeah, I finished Black Lagoon like a week or two ago, and I don't think I ever actually talked about that on the show. That show was okay.
Yeah, I got the sense that there were some conflicted feelings involved.
It's
with a
Black Lagoon. Like, it makes a mistake that I think a lot of shows from that era did, where it wants to be an action show and consequently be fun to watch, but it also wants to have like a deep, meaningful message, and it doesn't reconcile those two impulses particularly well.
Yeah, that is a tough line to walk.
Like, the show's outlook is very cynical, which contrasts with it, like, very heavily with it having things in it such as a maid who has a briefcase with a machine gun in it. Like, it's just a little confused.
The one with the slight lisp and the light Colombian accent.
Yeah, there's Meat Boy on the wall back here.
And then Gish is on the other one. It's cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that in there, is that the maid is Colombian and has a slight lisp.
The maid's not just Colombian, she's a former FARC guerrilla.
She's a former FARC guerrilla.
Which is,
and she's a maid.
For people who don't know their South American history, FARC was a, like, extremist, left-wing militia
rebel organization
in
that
Colombia.
only 5 years ago made peace with the government in Colombia. Like, we're talking one of the longest conflicts in the Southern Hemisphere.
I think the comparison to the currently airing Abandoned Sacred Beasts is not a bad one. Which, from my understanding, is, as Murr puts it, about the horrors of war, but also a lady with big boobs.
Yeah.
It's sort of the same.
Oh no, my PTSD, but also the tit.
It's got its ups and downs. I really enjoyed the first season because there's less of the what if guns but too much. And more things like Dutch and Revy killing a bunch of neo-Nazis on a boat. Like, that's good. I enjoy that. That's entertainment. There's a really great scene where one of the neo-Nazis has this, like, German, like, vintage German gun, and he's just, like, ranting about how great and powerful it is to Revy, who was just standing there, and eventually she just gets bored with his talking and shoots him. It's pretty great. Like, if the show was more of that, I would have had no reservations with recommending it wholeheartedly, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to put up with the, like, some fairly serious flaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this was one of those things, I
also,
don't
the
know...
whole thing with, like, which I'm aware of despite not having seen it, of the twins.
Oh, I don't even want to fucking get into that. That's, like, the low point of the show, both in terms of quality and just, like, pointless misery.
Yeah.
Fuckery.
Yeah.
That's a whole fucking thing. But, yeah, that's the low point of the series. Watch Ergo Proxy? I probably will at some point. I was going to watch, like, either that or Bacano or Jormungandr, which are 3 shows that have been at the forefront of my mind recently. And instead, my brain said, actually, you're going to watch Scorching Ping Pong Girls. So, you know. Now, you might ask, what is Scorching Ping Pong Girls? Well, it's a show about ping pong. And it was made in 2016. And it's like a battle shonen, but it's ping pong instead.
Yes, it is. I'm actually aware of Scorching Ping Pong Girls.
I would describe it as a confusing show. It's got, like, some really, really questionable framing.
How so?
Like, whoever made it is either just impossibly horny for ping pong, or just regular horny. And I don't know which.
Like, you can't tell whether it's just that they're super horny, or that they literally have, like, a ping pong kink.
Going to a maid cafe in April AMA. Why are you going to death itself? But Ping Pong Girls is a strange show. You want to talk about things I'm not sure I'd recommend to many people? I don't know that there's anyone I'd recommend Ping Pong Girls to. I'm not even sure if I'm going to finish it. Like, it's very well animated. Like, there's a lot of craftsmanship going on there.
Like, but like, is it really like this person has a ping pong fetish?
No, like, what I mean is either this person, like, I believe it's one of those cases where the author and the artist are the same person. Like, either the mangaka for the original manga is way too into ping pong, or it's a kink thing. I don't know which.
Well, it could be both.
That's also possible. Like,
I mean,
it's
just like, I really like ping pong, and also I decided to throw it into my thinly veiled sex manga.
Like, it's just kind of... Like, I have a really high tolerance for, like, standard anime bullshit when it comes to that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
like, watching ping pong girls just kind of makes me feel gross. Like,
okay, that's saying
just a lot of, like, extremely detailed sweat animation, and it's...
Oh my.
It's just sort of uncomfortable. It's
oh
weird.
My.
It's a very odd show. I wanted to watch it because it has the same animation. I forget the name of the position, like the head animator as Review Starlight, which was like my favorite show last year. But Review Starlight was based off of a very good stage play. Scorching Ping Pong Girls is based off of a manga that I am getting the impression is not very good. So, you know. Yeah, I've heard that about Prison School. Anyway, I feel like we're alienating everybody watching this, and also one third of the stream people.
Like,
Jagu. Yes, I agree. You still there, Trey?
Trey?
It is possible that he had to be dragged away. He was dragged away by his family.
Alack.
An angry fly has appeared in the basement. I have items to unlock still. Well, that's weird. But, let me tab over to Discord super quick. Well, he's still in the call. Well, hopefully he will be back soon from whatever happened. But, like, I don't know.
I have nothing on principle. Like, I'm not opposed in principle to, like, heavily fan servicey anime. If
I'm not either. The other thing that I should bring up is that the characters are like 13.
Yeah, I mean,
and that makes it way weirder to me.
But also on top of that, like, it just seems like the way that it's done is another layer to it.
Yeah, you know? And like again, it's possible that this is me and the show is actually fine, but like I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, I hear environmental noises.
Hello?
Hello.
Trayman!
Hello?
You're back.
Oh,
Yay!
But yeah...
Had to take care of business for a second.
That's okay.
You're a spider now.
Fly man, actually. See my wings?
Yeah.
I am the fly in the ointment. I can spread more disease than the fleas.
Killed by Jane? No.
At your window display.
Y'all ever seen that Cronenberg movie, The Fly?
I have not seen Cronenberg's The Fly, which in turn was a remake of like a 50s film.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original Fly, but I watched The Fly for the first time around Halloween last year, and my friends were at college were surprised at how Cronenberg it was. See, I knew what was coming because I'd seen that episode of Rick and Morty where they spoofed Cronenberg, and it had body horror all over the place. But
have you ever seen Videodrome?
I have not seen that one.
Is that the one where the TV turns into a boob?
Kind of.
That's all I know about that movie.
I mean, there's other stuff that happens. Like you forgot.
I think I only know that because I read it in a Cracked article once.
You forgot about like the bit with the developing a VHS vagina in your chest.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna say we're not gonna talk about Videodrome anymore.
It's a good movie.
I don't
just
believe
really
you.
fucking weird.
Don't believe you, Gene says. Goodness gracious.
Oh hey,
Seriously,
I read a really fucking good manga today. Not the whole thing, because it only just started serializing.
Okay.
It's called Liberta, and it's about a lesbian vampire. And that's the entire reason that it's good.
The entire reason that it's good.
I mean, does it need anything else?
I
She
mean,
can
yeah,
make guns
like,
out of her
actually-
blood, Shredney.
I mean, it has to... Okay, that actually... Okay, with that in mind, it doesn't need any more to be good. But I was gonna say, there's gotta be a little more to it, because
Yeah,
you can
fair
do
enough.
lesbian vampire wrong.
Fair enough. But, yeah. Really not much to say about it, honestly, because there's only, like, 4 chapters out, and they're all pretty short, because it's a web manga. But, she can make guns out of her blood.
That's something.
Yes.
I
Pretty
am
metal.
I've just been thinking about how I need to read more Inio Asano.
Which one's that?
Inio Asano is a mangaka. They, did, among other things, Solanin, The Girl on the Shore, Oyasumi Pun Pun, and,
Okay. Bun Bun guy.
Dead Demons De Destruction.
I read some of that, and I really didn't like it. Something about their style just does not click with me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, actually, that one's a little unusual in their work. Their stuff is generally a bit more, dramatic.
I think I read some of Pun Pun a while ago too, but it would have been
Yeah,
quite some
Pun
time
Pun
ago.
Pun Pun is also a comedy, but it's a very different kind of comedy.
I don't know if I'd call it a comedy per se.
I said, I mean, part of it. It's sort of it. It's a very dark comedy where there is comedy to it. It's like, it's an absurdist piece in this.
You know-
Nightmare.
Good night, Mer.
Good night, Mer.
I think I would also like to read that one.
Wait, Marone, you paid 25 what for a volume of Pun Pun? Because that's either a great deal or a terrible one, depending on 25 whats. What else have I been reading lately? I read, I got the, after the anime aired earlier this year, I got the books. There's like an omnibus for the, first 3 Boogie Pop books.
Ooh.
They're not very good! I don't like them. Also, I'm dead.
I'm sorry that you disliked them.
€25. I don't actually know how much that is in American dollars. Anybody
about-
know the like rough euro to USD conversion?
That's like 30 some
$30?
American.
Wow.
Ish.
It's
$27.08.
like, oh,
That's
huh. That's actually less than I thought.
quite
Like,
a
I guess
few
the
dollars.
exchange rate has gone down.
Delete Plan C. Yeah, I'm not using this thing. I fucking hate this item. But
Plan C.
I don't know if anybody else here has ever read any of the Boogie Pop novels. I want to blame the translation,
That's
but
quite possible.
it's just everything is like really under-described, and everybody's got like these monologues, and I don't know. Like, the anime, like, really compressed a lot of stuff, so by comparison, the books seem very slow.
Yeah, there's a lot. I do know that there's a lot going on in the books. Like, But I wouldn't be surprised if the translation is kind of awkward, because it feels like that's a persistent problem with translations of light novels.
Yeah.
With the exception of, like, I have heard that the Spice and Wolf translations are really good.
Well, like, not only, like, Boogie Pop is not just a light novel, it is the first light novel, yeah. But, like, yeah, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't
But
read
I'm saying
very well.
it's, like, unfortunately a problem in general with light novels, quite often.
I tell you what, there's no translation in the world that can save Sword Art Online, though.
Oof. Oof.
Got him! You're not wrong, though.
But yeah, like, part of the reason why Spice and Wolf is apparently fairly well translated is because it was brought over, if I'm not mistaken...
scanlation in the text referring to Welsh. That's amazing.
What?
You want
Repeat that?
Read what Haruspex said in the chat.
I can't read the full thing because it gets cut off by the screen share.
Right, you have, like, a bunch of weird problems with the size of the viewing window.
Yeah,
he said light novel translations are pretty shit, though I once got one that used the word scanlation in the text referring to Welsh, so that's pretty choice.
Okay, then.
Do you want some Welsh to English scanlations?
Oh my.
Shredney?
Oh dear. A
professional Welsh to Japanese translator. That's a position that I bet one whole person has in the world.
I mean, I'm sure there's like one of them.
That's what I said.
At least. Yeah, at least one of them. At least one whole person. One complete human being. One very complete human being, because they are probably feeling safe in the knowledge that at least they're translating Welsh into Japanese.
Or Japanese into Welsh. Hell yes, the Infinity Dice. Let's go. Okay.
But, so, what I was gonna say... Oh, notched axe.
Oh no! I shouldn't have picked this up.
Pun.
Well...
But, oh, what was I gonna say? But what, I was saying the reason why the Spice and Wolf light novels got off relatively easy in terms of translation was because of the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, an actual, like, publisher of general fantasy literature picked them up. So it was translated by people who actually give a shit.
I've actually seen the American editions of Spice and Wolf, and they don't, like, they have, like, regular book covers.
Yeah,
which
they're not
really funny.
As, like, being... Yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, apparently the actual translations in those editions are quite good.
I have also heard that, like, I think people that really like the anime don't like the translations of the books for some reason.
Huh.
I don't remember why.
Odd.
It's probably a dumb reason, given how Western anime fans tend to be.
Western anime fans are something.
Yeah.
Gee, I love filler. It's my favorite thing. I don't know if that's actually the reason or not, but...
It is probably some dumb language thing. Like...
I mean, fair.
Follow someone on Twitter who does translation work, and they pointed out, like, a lot of Western anime fans know, like, a little bit of Japanese, which is just enough to make them think that they know Japanese, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, people who think that everything should be a direct one-to-one word translation when that's not how that works ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should talk about something that's not Japanese pop media for once.
Sometimes making a story exactly the same translated one-to-one is worse.
Well, particularly in Japanese, it would be unreadable because Japanese uses a different word order than English does.
Yeah.
They put like the subject of the sentence at the end, I think.
Also, there are certain features of Japanese speech, like keigo, which don't have a really good equivalent
I'm
in
dead.
English.
Let's try again.
Dear diary, today I die.
I was killed by this weird thing in a basement. I leave all of my earthly possessions to my cat Guppy. Goodbye, cruel world.
You ever think about how weird a name Guppy is for a cat? Hey, it's the Diamond
really
Fish
is.
logo.
Diamond fish.
Excuse me. Bonefish.
No, that's a different thing.
What?
That's a different thing.
I know it's a different thing. I was just saying.
You can't just
Jane.
free associate. What?
You know what's kind of interesting?
What?
So, I named my imprint Tiny Drywall.
Yeah.
And I decided that I was gonna try to abbreviate it with something like TD, but
Yes.
I couldn't use TDE because that's Top Dog Entertainment.
Yes.
So instead, I think that I'm gonna use Limited, Tiny Drywall Limited, but that's TD.
Yes. Tiny. Nope, can't make that joke work. You've bested me, Trey.
My
Tiny Drywall Industries.
It's
could also work. TDI,
it's not a construction company.
like a Volkswagen.
Yeah, I mean it's like you sell household appliances.
Let's
Tiny
talk about
drywall. Well, no,
Let's-
it's still TD, but
let's-
it's Tiny Drywall Electronic would be a good one.
Let's rank corporate suffixes from best to worst.
Okay, what's the worst one? Corporation, you mean?
Corp, yeah.
As Corp, yeah.
Yeah, like Apple Corps, or Apple Corp, or however the fuck you pronounce that record label's name.
Apple
That's-
Core.
Yeah, it's the one that
Core?
it's the one that handles all the Beatles stuff.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney.
I do actually like
It's
how...
Core because the joke is Apple Core.
Yeah, but it's bad though. No, I hate LLC. Fuck LLC. It's boring.
Well, there's one application of the word corporation in a company name that I actually like, and that's Valve. Because Valve Corporation just sounds right compared to Valve Software.
They make valves there. That's
They
not
make
true.
valves.
Well, I mean, it's appropriate with something like, say, Portal or Half-Life that it would be called Valve Corporation.
Look,
You know what
I
mean?
was talking about English ones, Haru. We're not going to talk about fucking German corporation suffixes.
Oh, GmbH?
Sony
Or
Publishing
GmbH,
Gesellschaft.
rather. GmbH, yeah.
Be here all day.
Gesellschaft.
Stands for like an entire paragraph.
Gesellschaft mit
Listen, I'm of German
beschränkte
descent, and I think
Haftung.
German is a stupid language.
PLC.
How should we combine words? What if we just ran them all together like a bunch of fucking trains colliding on a track?
Y'all ever gesemb? Gesemb!
Don't gesemb on my stream. That's illegal. We'll
It's
get,
like
we'll
a
get banned
sentence,
for
but it's
Twitch
more,
TV.
but it's
Gesemb
more
food
corporate
stamp.
and emphatic, and you just gotta say, it's sort of like going, it's so big.
Don't.
I won't.
No, do not action Gesellschaft.
Correction, it's Aktion Gesellschaft.
I fucking grew up around people that spoke Pennsylvania Dutch, which sounds
but that's
like
a different type of German.
which sounds like somebody trying to speak German and English at the same time and failing at doing both. So
Okay,
don't you
that's
dare
fair.
correct my pronunciation. I'll shove you in a dishwasher and put some soup in it.
Dishwasher? Really?
Yes, like when I worked at the Dollar Tree, they would always have me help the old like Appalachian customers who would come in because nobody else could understand their fucking accents.
Oh.
Because everybody else that
Goodness
worked at the store was from down in like nearer to Philly. I was the only one that was actually native to the area.
Huh, that's weird.
It was like, oh yeah, I need a... Then they say some, like, fucking German word that means, like, hand fan. And I have to get them one of those little electric hand fan things that everybody
But
loves.
yeah, as far as corporate suffixes go, I think I do have a particular preference toward incorporated industries and limited.
Limited's okay. I don't like LLC. Like, limited liability company?
I prefer LTD to LOC, definitely.
Yeah.
Limited liability company. Huh.
They have liability, but only like a little.
That's how liability. Hit that gap. Boosting adrenaline. Percocet. Molly Percocet.
I mean, wouldn't the classier reference be to Lord's liability?
No.
I don't know the lyrics.
Are you
to that
implying
one,
that
though.
there's something not classy about Future?
Do you want me to answer that question, Jane?
He's the classiest man on the planet.
4 words. His relationship with Sierra.
Oh.
Destroyed with facts and logic.
Oh gosh. He messed that one up. Didn't he?
Well, I'm just thinking Logic's relationship with any female human being.
Well, he got divorced recently, so I can't imagine he's very good at that whole thing.
But
I'm saying,
isn't he
given the
engaged
lyrics
again?
to that album,
Maybe? That would be a really fast turnover, because that happened like late last year.
My dude has like a wedding ring on in like the not a wedding ring, engagement ring on in like the freestyle screenshots. I'm pretty sure that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
So
did I mention yet
maybe.
that Logic mentioned that he's having a son and dropping a new album like in the same sentence of his freestyle?
What? What?
Right?
What? He's reproduced?
Little Bobby
Is
Jr.
that allowed?
I mean, it gives you hope for the future. If
Legally it's allowed. But is that allowed by the laws of nature?
If he can do it, what's stopping you?
Just imagine
Albums are like
phase.
Shrek makes a plea for eugenics. No.
I'm not pleading for eugenics. I'm pleading for God to strike him down. Just because imagining him in relations with another human being.
Okay, you didn't have to bring
alarming.
that up. I mean,
It's just. No, you were the one who originally said it, was that, just imagine Logic with that ridiculous expression, and that's his second face.
fuck.
You were the one who said it.
No,
right
I
now.
didn't. You said that just now.
No, I'm saying you said something like that directly implied that regarding that insane photo of him. Whenever he, says some of those lines, just imagine that face. And I'm just like, oh dear God.
This is easily the worst incarnation of Logic Stream.
it's just I don't want to think about it, which is why you bringing it up just made me have to give that to you.
I made an attempt to play Spider Solitaire today. It didn't go well.
Did you get caught in the web?
Yeah.
Circle takes a square.
That is the name of the band.
I weaved myself into various situations that I could not get myself out of.
Have you tried mana weaving?
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Have you tried unplugging your deck of cards and plugging it back in?
Have you tried just microwaving the chicken nuggets? So you guys...
Is the Eden that you have right now Daenerys Targaryen?
Yeah.
Good.
Something dragon. Why is Eden dithered? I don't know. Do you think I did the sprite work for this game? Because I didn't. I can't draw.
I can draw, but only on certain days.
When I was
I can daze, but only on certain draw.
Portable blood.
Portable blood.
Isn't most blood portable?
Only if you try.
But, well, I mean, is it portable and potable?
It's inside you, right? So it's moving whenever you move.
I mean, okay, that's fair. But is
Call ya BSP, a blood station portable.
I'd prefer if you didn't call me that.
Okay then, that was an experience.
What?
Just thinking about a blood station portable. Question.
Yeah?
If I die, who will take my blood?
Dracula.
No, Dracula needs the blood of the living.
Nosferatu.
Dracula.
Also, like, I just sort of thought about it, and it's like, in terms of, like, you know, monsters that I feel have been the most played out, I think vampires are pretty high up that list.
Yeah, okay, but like lesbian vampire who makes blood, that makes her blood into guns, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it can't be done in interesting ways, but it's just that in general, the classic flavors of vampire are just seriously played out.
See also Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
That's a long title.
It's a long time coming. I think the first one came out in like 2004.
You know what else it came out in 2004?
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yes.
Incredible.
2004, that would be... was it the second
Kanye
or
West?
third Angels of Light album?
Late registration. You're dead.
Yo.
I was killed by this thing in some cave. It's ugly.
Wow.
Yuck.
I'm feeling like weirdly lightheaded. I'm gonna get up and like walk around for a minute and get some water and junk.
See, the frustrating thing is that I actually really have to use the restroom, and I was gonna check. Like, just
why
does
you
always
do
happen?
this on purpose? I swear you do.
This case, it isn't on purpose. I was thinking this at the like, this was definitely not on purpose. So, unfortunately, Trey, you're going to just have to continuously beatbox until I get back.
Slime season. Slimes. Slime, slime, slime. What is my opinion on chocolate chip cookies? They are pretty good. They're cheaper in Virginia if you go to McDonald's and ask for 13 of them than they are here in my hometown, which is odd. I think that it is an unfair thing. I want equality for chocolate chip pricing. If it's going to be more expensive, then at the very least have it be more expensive across the board. Hey Jagu, which game do you want Jane to stream? PlayStation E3 Experience 2018. I didn't actually go to their E3, but what I did do was watch it on a theater screen. They didn't do that this year because they weren't there. I was disappointed. New run. Continue. Challenges. Mods. Stats. Options. Press tab for the daily challenge. Press escape to go back, or select with the spacebar. The Binding of Isaac. The Binding of Isaac. It's hot in Topeka. Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime. Slime Suit. Slime Suit 2. Young Thug. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Coca-Cola. Mediolitro. That's what it says. Trust me, it's good, Jane said. It's good, Jane, says Jagu. It's good. And you should play it. Seattle's finest.
anybody. I'm back. Trey, I really hope you haven't actually been beatboxing the entire time.
Well, not the entire time, but most of it.
Goodness. So... Yeah? Trey, I'm back. You can stop now. What should I play, Jagu? Tell me.
I think he said it already.
Dragon Quest Heroes? Is that the answer?
Rocket Slime.
Rocket Slime. So,
Soup.
like, I'm feeling pretty crummy. I'm gonna try to stick out the rest of the show, but if I have to cut it short, I will let you guys know.
Okay.
Just because this cold or whatever it is kind of starting to kick my ass, but we'll see how things go.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna try to stay hydrated, which is why I ridiculously have 2 large cups, one with soda and one with water.
Yeah, drink your Ovaltine, little lady.
Because, as any, like, fitness expert will tell you, is that, yeah, soda just doesn't actually hydrate you. So if you want to stay hydrated, you need to drink. If you're going to drink that, you need to drink something else alongside it.
To offset the dehydration
Yes.
part.
Because while there is water and soda, there is also a lot of other stuff that does not hydrate you at all. And in fact, can dehydrate you if you drink, like, too much of it.
Water is water. It's necessary for proper human function.
Making a hydration net loss. No, don't worry, I have the tables all figured out. Me when I'm drinking water.
So,
Hello.
Hello.
Fredney.
Why are you using that voice, Trey?
Hello.
It's
I don't know.
me.
So I wound up microwaving some dinner.
Fredney,
Dinner.
you've literally been eating the entire show.
I was eating popcorn. Popcorn isn't like real food.
Fredney.
I haven't eaten since 9 o'clock this morning.
Fredney. You're killing me. What are you eating? You sound like you're munching on tape.
I'm not munching on that. I'm simply removing the plastic top wrap from this.
The duct tape that your food is covered in?
This kills me.
It's not duct tape, it's just,
It's duct tape.
It's secured very strongly. It is a,
Hey, the ferret does what he can to get his meal.
I see that Marone is subscribed to r/hydration homies. Which, for the uninitiated, is a subreddit for people who are really into drinking water.
Well, drinking water is good.
It is. And, like, actually, if I could kick one bad habit that I have, it would be my over-reliance on soda. Well, caffeine more generally, but I don't like coffee, so, like, mostly soda in practice.
Gaming, coffee, and TV. History.
But yeah, I already said this for the benefit of our audience and also Trey. But, like, I kind of feel pretty terrible, because, like, I'm pretty sure this cold or whatever it is starting to set in. I'm gonna try to power through the rest of the show, but I'll keep y'all posted.
Okay. Do what you need to do.
if you can quit soda, absolutely do. But I've kind of just accepted at this point that it is my vice, which is not a healthy attitude to have, but...
Well, you can limit your intake without, completely getting rid of it.
That's the goal, limit the intake eventually, but we'll see how that goes in practice. Marone, I think appending Vro to things makes it less likely that I'll do them. I don't even know where that came from.
The word Vro.
It's just like as far as I know, it's just bro, but with a V instead. I don't.
Because they're adjacent on a keyboard, I guess.
I guess it's like a typo, like a haha funny typo thing.
Or because B is pronounced in a lot of places as a V, sort
it's
of.
by XXXTentacion, oh no. It's Florida slang? I see.
Oh, huh. That's weird.
I lived in Florida for like a month, and I don't recommend it.
I lived in Florida for a few years, but I was a child.
My grandmother lives in Florida.
Huh.
I visit occasionally.
A lot of Florida adjacency in this voice call right now.
Flow, 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 Florida.
That's not. This isn't Mom's knife, Jagu. It's the dagger.
Florida, Florida. I liked Animal Collective for a little bit.
Powerful walk into the fire.
I still enjoy Animal Collective. I just haven't heard their last couple of albums.
My focus is split and I'm ill. Give me a break.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've heard anything from them as well. I think that the last album that I remember from them was Painting With, and then I also liked Merryweather Post Pavilion, but everybody likes Merryweather Post Pavilion, so...
The gray chest in the treasure room was the spike chest, and I don't go for those, because they just have, like, regular silver chest contents in them. That one was actually deliberate. Usually you can roast me for my bad gameplay decisions, but that one was well considered. They're not spiked until you get close to them, and then the spikes pop out. It is an epic troll designed to frustrate you. Get Ryan on the show? Listen, I would love to have Northern Lion on this stream. That is never going to happen. He is a very busy man, and I only barely, just barely know him. That from a new update. It was part of the AB Plus expansion that came out, like, a year or two? Maybe even longer than that now. It was part of the most recent expansion.
I mean, if you could pull it off, I'd say, you should. But...
that bomb has lipstick on it.
Yeah, that's, I forget what that's called. It's not anything that I care about, so I'm just gonna leave it in my heart.
Is it the sex bomb, baby? Yeah.
No. Maybe they did add it in a later update then? Point is, they've been in the game for a bit. And you can tell them from regular chests because they have, like, little blood stains on them.
Fun fact, there's a meme within the Rayman community that has to do with Rayman himself singing the song Sex Bomb in a video that was originally meant to only be made for and by Ubisoft employees, but ended up leaking. And it's him singing it, and then Glowbox is his backup singer. It's very good.
That's art.
Sex bomb, baby, yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. It's a great song, by the way.
Secret Paths.
It's originally by the very weird, sludgy punk band Flipper.
Yeah.
And is, yeah, is one of the few songs most people know by them.
How many memes are there in the Rayman community?
More than one would think.
I mean, it's
How many what are
memes,
in the Rayman?
Memes.
What?
Memes.
Memes.
There's a meme in the Rayman community.
Dankest memes.
I will kill you.
Me?
Yes.
Other hits include replacing the titles of Rayman Origins and Legends with Rayman Oranges and Lemons, and a scene where one character, the evil teensy that you fight against in Rayman Legends, squeezes a damsel's nose.
Okay then.
Jadu, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Steven.
And when I say dank memes, I refer to Meme from Ground Control to Psycho Electric Girl getting massively
Thank you for making
baked.
a joke literally for me and nobody else on the entire fucking planet.
Hey, we do things our way around here.
Fucking Ground Control to Psycho Electric Girl references.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that, like, the three people who know it mostly really love it. Or, you know, think it's really weird.
I don't know that I'd say I really love it. I think it's alright.
No, but I'm saying you're kind of the exception in terms of the people I know.
I mean, for like 11 and a half out of 12 episodes, it's just like a decent rom-com. It's kind of a weird show.
It's a very interestingly directed show.
That's true. Apparently the source material is still running, but the books have never been translated to my knowledge.
Huh.
Which I really want to know what the hell happens after the end there. The karma. Okay. I am a
Jagu,
Celtic decoration now.
Play Rayman 2 and 3. I prefer 3. The fan favorite is 2. Don't play the first one. It is it's a good game, but the thing about it is that it was made during an era of gaming where it was considered the harder the game, the better. And so as a result, it's very much a product of its time in that it's almost prohibitively difficult in the way that it like balances just getting through levels and lives and that kind of thing. It's not an experience that I found any joy in, despite loving the franchise beyond that. So, you know, go if you were to try it, then I think that would be your best bet going with 2 and 3. I believe the second one is the one that got a 3DS port. Although you're gonna want to play it on PC if you can, because the 3DS port sucks. It is not good.
Rip. Whew, boy. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make this, like, my last run. I am really not feeling well.
I am sorry to hear that.
Nah, it's cool. Like, I'm glad we got to do a show at all this week. So, I will, like, after I'm done here, I will lie down and probably watch this week's episode of Demon Girl Next Door, which is a funny show that people should check out.
Yeah, it's directed by the same guy as Cromartie.
Yeah,
Are you the demon girl next door, Jane?
No, I'm right here. You can't live next door to yourself. That's logistically difficult. Title sounds like an extremely mid-comedy. I mean, it kind of is, but I like comedies, like comedy anime enough that I don't really care. I think Bochi from last season was better, but Demon Girl is also pretty good. It's one of those ones that people call by its Japanese title for some reason, which I think is Machikado Mizoku. But it's got an English market title. You ever notice how, like, which one people go with seems to be totally arbitrary?
Yeah, I mean, you constantly complain about me, you, like,
calling ground control by its Japanese name, which is like
Denpa
3 entire sentences.
No, I just used the first part, which is Denpa Ona.
Yeah, but like then I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, what other shows do you know that have the word Denpa in?
I don't speak Japanese.
Denpa is like it's a word that's weird enough that has a specific enough meaning.
I don't speak Japanese!
You don't need to speak Japanese to know, like, 2 Japanese words.
But I can if you like.
I'm gonna throw you into a pit, Shredney.
No. Trey said that.
Gonna throw him in a pit, too. You can hang out in the pit together.
Hey, blame Lady Gaga for that.
I blame Lady Gaga for nothing. She's never done anything wrong. What is Denpa Teki Nakanajo?
Oh, Denpa Teki Nakanajo is a different show, and that had like 2 episodes, and it's apparently good and kind of strange. Yeah, it's
OVA,
an OVA
from 2005. Well,
it's about a guy who all of a sudden this weird girl shows up, says, "You want to be my boyfriend, and also I will protect you from danger." And there's a hell of a lot of danger that happens.
I see. Maybe I will watch that sometime.
Or so I have been informed. Apparently it is pretty strange and interesting. But it's literally, unfortunately, only 2 episodes.
Reminds me of the fact that I wanted to check out Merry Nightmare at some point, which has a broadly similar premise.
Huh.
I think the main reason I was interested in that one, actually, is because I thought the title sounded interesting. I will put anime on my plan-to-watch list for almost literally any reason imaginable.
This main character looks dope as shit. Adds to the list.
Look, that's like a good reason.
Millie literally started watching Hunter x Hunter because Neferpitou is hot.
I mean, not wrong.
Neferpitou is hot.
I don't know who that is.
The cat person.
Okay.
Androgynous cat character.
Okay, there's apparently consensus on this subject.
Yeah, Neferpitou is hot. Like, that, I don't think that's actually a thing that Hunter x Hunter fans contest.
Somebody DM me how that name is spelled, and I'm just gonna make that the title of this episode. For
Neferpitou.
No, I'm not gonna remember. You need to spell it, like, in text.
Okay.
I have misspelled my own last name before. You don't understand how difficult it is for me to remember how to spell things. I'm dead.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. So that is gonna be our somewhat abbreviated show for this week. End of show plugs. Somebody help me out here.
Follow Jane on Twitter at Planet Jane.
Yes. That's
Follow
a good
me
one.
on Twitter at TRESpeak. Shredney's Twitter is Fire of the Mind.
Yeah, well, specifically at Not Convincing.
Watch
but
Fooly
Fire of the
Cooly.
Mind
That's
is
good advice, yeah.
handle
If you haven't seen
thingamajig.
it.
Right.
Yeah, watching Fooly Cooly is
Probably my
good.
favorite Gynax show of the ones I've seen. Anyway.
Mine is Evangelion, because, specifically End of Eva, because I am that pretentious.
Yes. I released
End of Eva is really fucking good.
Shredney, I want to do the thing so I can go.
Okay. We all need to do the sleeps.
I released an album a few days ago. It's on Bandcamp, bandcamp.com. No, planetjane.bandcamp.com. That's how they format their URL.
It's called Lake Michigan is Haunted, and it is creepy and good. And menacing and good.
Critics are raving. By critics, I mean Shredney. And, like, the two other people that have listened to it. Anyway, ow! Ooh, fucking Christ. That's exactly what I needed right now, was to bash my fucking elbow into the desk.
Don't hurt yourself, Jane.
Today has been a disaster.
Not good.
We're doing our best.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
that's another
is...
Shapes and Forms.
And oh God, how I try.
Our 50th episode is next week.
Yeehaw.
Oh my.
We might do something special for that. How would you guys feel about an all GeoGuessr episode?
That would be great. I would approve.
We might do that. We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Hard maybe on that.
Hard maybe.
Good night.
Bye.